My name is Birendra. I am a yogi. I have been practicing yoga and meditation for almost 43 years. And I started actually learning meditation. I was initiated when I was 17 years old. And today I have reached the age of 61. That's a long journey to take on the spiritual path. Now, on this journey, I have had many wonderful experiences, some which are extraordinary. I have met extraordinary yogis, extraordinary people that you would not usually see on a daily basis. For example, there was a lady yogi here in Malaysia who had the capacity of not eating and drinking. She has stopped eating and drinking. And she is a guru of the path of Raja Yoga. And along the journey as well, I have met another great yogi, a Himalayan yogi, whose ashram was in the Himalayas, and where I spent some time with him, enjoying the scenic beauty and the spirituality, the subtlety of the Himalayas. This yogi is what you would call a Shaura Tantric. His name is Swami Prendas, and he has the ability, one of his practices is to look at the sun directly for a period of 5 to 6 hours daily. Now, by any measure, that is an extraordinary feat. And the man is an extraordinary man, really, such a loving soul. And I've also met, in my younger days, yogis who could stop their breath, stop breathing for 1 hour. This yogi was from India, and there was one from Malaysia who could also do that. So the path of yoga, I'm showing you all this because the path of yoga is not the path of miracles. Rather, to me, the path of yoga is the path of transformation of the human self from imperfection to perfection. This is exactly what my guru has taught us. He wants us to take the journey from what he would call the animal human being, the human being in the animal stage, because we have animal instincts which are very dominant in our psychology, in our behavior. So most human beings are in the animal stage. And as you do spiritual practice, you expand your mind more and more, and you reach the human stage, the really human stage. Now, this is a very rare stage. The human stage is a very, very rare stage for human beings to reach. And as you progress more in your spirituality, as you do more meditation, more spiritual practice, you reach the stage of divine human being. That is a very exalted spiritual stage. Very, very exalted. Now, our Guru has shown us that this is the movement from imperfection to perfection. That is what we call spirituality. Now, one of the things about spirituality, it is not textbook yoga. You have daily life. You have daily challenges in your meditation as you practice meditation. Daily challenges. Now, these are the challenges that a yogi like us will welcome, because a challenge is something that catalyzes transformation. It transforms you faster, accelerates your movement, your speed to your goal. What is my goal after so many years of yoga? You know, would use the metaphor that when I started spiritual practice, it was like a 6-lane highway. Very broad, a very broad road. But as I progressed more and more, from a 6-lane highway, spirituality became a 5-lane highway. Then a 4-lane highway. And I did more meditation. It became a 3-lane highway, narrower, it becomes narrower. And as I progress more, as I go further into the spiritual path, it becomes a 2-lane highway and then a 1-lane highway. Now, finally, you walk the tightrope. The yogis are fond of saying that a real yogi walks the razor's edge, the edge of a razor. Why is he saying that? Because as you build up your moral base, as you become more moral, more spiritual, more compassionate, compassion is one of the most key outcomes of spirituality. So as you develop your compassionate being, you care for not only yourself, your family, but all human beings, all animals, all living things, all plants, even inanimate things. That is what spirituality slowly brings you to that point of great expansion, great cosmic expansion. Now, one of the things that I would think that every human being on this planet has the birthright of doing spiritual practice. It is not meant for the privileged few to learn spiritual practice. Every human being, the moment you have a human body, you have a birthright of doing spiritual practice. It does not matter whether you are a Christian, whether you are a Buddhist, whether you are Hindu, whether you are a Muslim, or whether you do not have any religion. It does not matter. Spirituality is your birthright, because spirituality is not a dogma. It is a way of life. It is a way to reach the supreme consciousness. So I would encourage, and it is part of the duty of a yogi, to encourage every human being, to inspire every human being to take on the spiritual path. I really welcome you to try it. And if you feel that you are benefiting from it, which I'm sure you will, because I have benefited from it, my family members, I have a son and daughter who have benefited from it, I have friends who have practiced it, who have benefited from it, I would encourage you to come on this journey of spirituality and give it a shot. Try it out. And if you like it, deepen it. Find a proper spiritual teacher. I wish you all the best.